Hello everybody, welcome back. I've got another quick Octopath Traveler 2 video for you. This time we're starting out in Conning Creek, and I'm about to do Lady Clarissa's next chapter, I think it's called. Yeah, let's see here.
This is where Ethan, my husband, was laid to rest. Oh, Ethan. I'm living life for me, just as I promised you. My own research continues in fits and starts while I look after Elena. I've come across a rather curious set of ruins in my reading, you know. These ruins, they're way out on an island at the edge of the world where the beastlings roam. I should like to see them for myself someday.
I've brought some flowers, Lady Clarissa.
Oh, thank you, dear. Ethan will be pleased to have them.
I know what you really want. You want to go anywhere and everywhere, researching all kinds of things. But you can't, because of me, right?
Now why would you say such a thing? That's not true at all.
I know you try really hard to make me feel better. It's really nice of you. But I want you to go. Don't worry about me, please. The housekeeper and I can look after everything while you're gone.
Elena, dear, thank you. I think I might just accept such a lovely offer. Though I should very much like to have a guide.
Well, they're really throwing in a lot of hints here as to how to do this. Let's scrutinizer. Now, I have to say, I don't know if this was available immediately after Oswald's path was done, after his final chapter, or if it was after I did Oswald and Particio's crossover biggest quest. So I'm not sure. It's just that I could have swore I checked this area to see if anything was new after Oswald's final chapter, but I could be wrong on that. So. Anyways, all right, let's, I actually need to bring somebody else, don't I? Yeah. I don't want to get rid of, what is this guy's name? I can't remember his name. Jesus. Elrond. Jeez, yeah, there you go. So I'll have to swap somebody else in here. Maybe I'll grab Temenos. He seems like probably a pretty good choice. Yeah, let's go with him. Okay. Yeah, there we go.
Come, my wayward lamb.
Look forward to what we'll discover along the way. Okay. Beasting Village. There we go.
Bringing food. Giving half. Giving half.
Now wait a minute. This seems awfully little. You sure you counted correctly?
One, two, three, four. Yes, yes. Half. Exactly.
Sorry about that. Our mistake.
Here, take more. You lot can really eat, can't you?
Us taking? Taking more? Thanking. Thanking. Very nice. Very kind.
beastlings, and so many. Clearly that tome was no idle fairy tale.
Well now, we have a most unusual visitor.
Oh my. Oh my. Might that be Kohaze?
It's been eons, Clarissa. When did we last see one another? At the survey of the pit?
Goodness, how that takes me back. We were just students back then. And it was your knowledge of economics that kept the research going, if I recall. What have you been doing all this time?
I always meant to use my education to earn myself a lordship, you see. So I came to this island, settled it, and built myself a village.
My word. Age did not dull your ambition, I see. But something must have happened. You've made nice with your neighbors. The Kohaze I remember would have made their elimination her first order of business.
The passage of time can change most anything, yes. How have you been?
My research into the seventh source continues apace. Lately, however, I've taken an interest in the beastlings. As such, I've come to study the nearby ruins.
Is that so? Fascinating.
What do you say? Join me for old time's sake? I believe I could learn a lot from your approach.
I suppose it couldn't hurt to revisit the past. These are the ruins you seek.
Oh, nothing like a set of ruins to get a scholar's blood flowing.
By the by, what connection do you believe the beastlings have to the seventh source?
Well, you see, a mage in search of the seventh source once performed a rite. And according to the account I've found, that rite resulted in humans being transformed into beastlings.
Oh, and what exactly did this mage do to these people?
That, my friend, is what I've come here to find out. The records also indicate a point at which all conflict on the island ceased. And I believe that moment is when the rite took place. What would you suspect was the cause of the initial conflict?
Greed. Someone coveting the belongings of another.
Let's suppose you're right. Then an end to conflict would suggest nothing less than the disappearance of greed from human nature. Put another way, suppose this mage gathered all that avarice, thus forming the seventh source.
Greed is quite a powerful force. It could work. But could you not approach it from the other side? Might the mage not have removed all greed in the hopes of drawing out a heretofore hidden power?
How do you mean?
When we first arrived here, the beastlings shared their land with us. My covetous nature led me to try and drive them from it altogether. When I think back on my conduct, well, I see now that something dark had wormed its way into my heart. Yet, the beastlings never took up arms against us. Rather, they tried to protect us, if you can believe it. And so I confronted the error of my ways, and pledged to live in harmony with them. It was at that moment that I felt a warm power well up from within me. A power I've always supposed was the seventh source. Huh.
I just knew I'd find your take on the matter fascinating. Thank you for showing me the way. This has been a most fruitful investigation. Say, do you recall the only quarrel we've ever had? I was solving a puzzle, the answer to which was worth a decent sum of money in a competition. And you spilled your tea upon every last page of my work.
Ah, yes, I remember it well.
After I had words with you, I realized something. I didn't care a whit about the money. I simply enjoyed doing the work. That realization freed my mind, and the answer to the puzzle became crystal clear to me. What I mean to say is, we've been taking on far too much. And that may well be limiting how much we can accomplish.
You might be right about that. So, would it be greedy of me to want to celebrate our reunion with some tea?
Oh, Kohaze. No, of course it's not greedy. It's simply good manners.
I thought you'd say as much. Then, let us table our discussion for the time being.
Alright, there it is, the end, and we got the well-worn pole. Let's take a look at this thing here. Physical attack 289, elemental attack 330, slim chance to reduce target's elemental defense. That's decent-ish, right? Probably good, especially if you are thinking about doing any sort of combination with the Conjurer class, right? Because this pole will have the 330 elemental attack, not to mention that debuff itself, right? So every time as long as you've got one of those buffs on, every time you try to do a piercing attack or a pole attack, you'll be able to have a chance at reducing that elemental defense, and which will then obviously make the follow-up attack, again, if you've got that buff, do more damage. So pretty solid weapon, actually. So anyways, that's going to be it for this one. So as always, I hope the guide was helpful, and thanks for watching.